real major publication party, and I'm delighted to have everybody here. I'm just touched by the number of people who came here. And we've had people, there are actually people here right now who came all the way from New Jersey, and people who came here all the way from teaching my 11th grade social studies class, if he's still here. If he's still here, raise your hand. Would you sign me? He may not be here anymore, but I was gobsmacked by my 11th grade social studies teacher showing up. Those of you who know me know I've been publishing stories in Analog since 1995 and haven't yet had a book come out, and I was missing the fact that I didn't have a book coming out very much until finally this year I managed to interest a publisher in a short story collection of mine, and the only way that happened was because of a writer named Jennifer Pelland, who is sitting right over there. Jennifer, stand up, would you please? Jen Pelland, who I will tell you is an excellent writer, one of the most powerful writers I've ever read, writes things vastly different from mine. So if you start reading her stuff and realize you're going to be entering a very different world than the world that I write about. I do want to make a point of saying that she was publishing a short story collection with Apex Publications, and this is actually her book. And we have one copy here for people to look at in case people want to take a look and decide if they may want to purchase it at a later time.
Don't let kids look at it.
Yeah, okay. And actually, it's funny because the publisher at Apex, I'm also very grateful to, Jason Sizemore, can't be with us here today because he's back home in Kentucky. But Jason has published other stories that have, my stories have some Jewish themes in them. He also published this book, Hebrew Punk, which is another collection of interesting Jewish stories. And I did bring both of these here because if anybody decides to look at them and says they want to buy more books, you can go to the Apex Publications website, order books, or order somewhere else, email them saying, I'm only buying this book because Michael Burstein told me to. and maybe Jason will pay me more royalties for those too as well. I hope you guys have been enjoying the Strictly Kosher Food from Reuben's, certified by the VOD of Boston. Right, Rabbi? Yeah, certified by the I have other people here I have to thank as well. I'm probably going to miss some names, so let me see if I can remember. I have out there a few friends who helped out today with setting up and are going to help out with taking down later. Andrew Green, who's standing right over there, and who has this week's crossword puzzle in the Wall Street Journal. Andrew's wife, Heather. Where's Heather? Is she here? Heather, who's back there. Michelle Matthews. Michelle, where are you? Who's too shy, probably. Yeah, who's hiding in the corner over here. Jonah and Joanne Safer, over there. Raise your hand, Joanne. Yeah, we're also there. And finally, Yossi Charpak. Where's Yossi? Ah, there you are. Thank you. And all of those guys helped out. My in-laws, my father-in-law and mother-in-law, Eleanor and John Perlman. Ima, you're right over there. And where's Abba? Abba's going around taking photographs. I want to thank you all for being here and helping out. There's a bunch of people named in my acknowledgments also who you'll see them being thanked as well. And a few of them are here today. And I do want to acknowledge some of them. And again, if you think that you should be acknowledged for getting your name, raise your hand when I'm done. But first of all, there is Alice Lewis out there. Alice, where are you? Alice?
She's back there.
She's back there. Alice is the cover designer of my book, and Alice did a beautiful job. And speaking of design, there is my design teacher, Al Velasquez. You probably didn't expect me to bring him up here. Yeah, he's shaking his head. Al taught me a little bit about design. The most important lesson he taught me is when to realize that I myself, Michael, you're not a designer. But it's actually because of a few people like them that the book actually has the wonderful look it has. There are many other people that I would thank, but they're not here, so I don't really have to name them. Stanley Schmidt, editor of Analog, who bought almost every story in the book. Bob Eggleton, who did the cover art. Is there anybody else that thinks they should be thanked before I get to the last two names?
How about your wife?
That's one of the last two names. There are three more names I need to acknowledge at this event before we move on. First of all, there is my wife, Nomi, who is walking across my Nomi is presumably going to the kitchen to help out with something, and maybe she's going to bring me water because she's still at Thursday a.m. Right, Nomi? Yeah. Nomi has been a major support of my writing career. I mean, literally, we got married in June of 1995, and I published my first story in the July 1995 Analog. So she's been with me from the beginning of my professional life as a writer. The other two people I really have to acknowledge who unfortunately can't be here for unfortunate reasons are my parents, Joel and Eleanor Burstein. My dad died when I was in college. My mother died back in January of 2007. The book is dedicated to them. Those of you who don't speak Hebrew will see a little bit of Hebrew in the dedication phrase page. It is the phrase that one the carves onto headstones that in English, roughly translated, says, may their souls be bound up for all eternity. I got that right?
Yes.
Yeah. But, you know, the font of which, the Hebrew font that was picked to complement the Garamond 12 of the book, was picked by Andrew Green. Nobody what's that signal for? Is this my 5-minute warning? Yeah. Anyway, I do want to thank you all for coming, encourage you to keep eating, drinking, and I do want to now get to the mercenary part of the party, which is that, and we're really doing this for you, not for me, but for those of you, well, actually I should say, for those of you who wish to purchase the book, first of all, there are many places in which the book can be purchased after the party, and many retailers and people that I encourage you to look at. If you go to the bursteinbooks.com website and encourage other people to do so as well, you'll find out a list of retailers because there are so many places that are stocking it. Yesterday I went to Brookline Booksmith, and Brookline Booksmith has like 12 copies there. It's right there in between. I'm nestled in between Lois Foster Bujold and Octavia Butler. Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah. Please, nobody cut Lois. And but there's also other retailers who've been very supportive. I'm doing a signing of Pandemonium Books, Motzei Shabbos this week. Mike's Comics, a mail-order place in Worcester, co-run by Patty Cryan. Patty, where are you? There's Patty. Patty has been incredibly supportive. She's been sending out flyers telling her customers all about my book even before she was the one actually selling copies of it. If you want any Dr. Who stuff, Patty's the person to go to. And, but we are selling copies here, and the way it's going to work is as follows. Nobody is going to be sitting here and selling copies on behalf of the publisher. If you want to buy a trade paperback copy, they're $22. The hardcovers are $35. We're not Amazon. We can't offer the discount. If you want to get a discount, you can go to Amazon later. I'm going to be at that table signing copies. If you are somebody who pre-ordered a copy already, you can come to the table first, maybe, and I can. Those are the ones that get the special. Thank you for pre-ordering this book. So when you go to eBay and sell it there, you'll get a lot more money for it. But that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing now, and hopefully have a chance to talk to everybody I haven't had a chance to talk to yet, because, good God, there's so many people here. From all walks of life. I'm seeing people here from people I knew in high school, people I knew in college, people I knew from CSW and Rashi School, people I knew from Babylon 5 fandom, right, Colin? Yeah. People I know from Brookline. People, what's that? Oh, right. And people who grew up 2 doors down from the house I was in, and have funny stories to tell that I won't point them out so that you don't hear the story. And my fellow library trustees, some of them are here. And is there anybody I've left out who really ought to be named? Your brother. My brother, is he still here?
Was here and gone.
My older brother Jonathan was here, now gone.
Ellen?
And was there something else? I keep thinking there was one thing I forgot. What does that say? It says stop. I think
Actually, you flew through the stop. This one says no, really.
Right. Well, here's the deal. The party is going. What was there? What? Seth? Something?
Michael?
Yes.
Say hello to your in-laws.
Oh, hi. Hi. The party is going for 1 more hour, and
it's your party. They can't make you stop, Michael.
Well, yeah. Well, the library closes at 5. But by the way, just so you know, that clock is wrong. It's time travel. It is now only just about 3 o'clock. I really want to say I'm amazed at the turnout of all of you who are here. Thank you all for coming. I'm just very touched, and now at this point, I'm just probably going to be sitting for a while. And Naomi, if you could bring me some water,
Michael Devney.
Oh, there is water?
Yeah.
Oh,
Michael Devney brought you water.
Michael Devney, where are you? Thank you for the water. Michael Devney, the only man I know with a business card that says registered voter. And if I may become nonpartisan political for a moment, everybody here in 2 days, please vote. Thank you.